So this is the first time I've driven the car in about 4 months.
What's up guys, welcome back to another week's episode. If you saw last week's episode, you saw that we are so close to completing the build while the motor to get a first start up. There was only a few things that needed to be done and we've got majority of that. We've got a few pipes and then we also want to put in the fuel filter. I still haven't got the air filter box, but we're hoping we can find one soon. But we can start the car or send it away for wiring without that. So we're gonna go ahead today, try and get everything in, and then also we're going to send it away hopefully to Brandon and maybe just drop it off somewhere to get it wired up. So if we get everything complete that we want to, we can send it away, get it wired up, and hopefully in this episode get a first start. Who knows, it might not start in this week's episode. So let's get straight into it. Hopefully that will be the last time we push this car.
So this is the pen that I was referring to in this pipe that I wasn't too happy with, and we decided that we're actually going to change it out and just put in the proper piping that's needed. So we're going to remove this housing over here, putting the new one on, swapping it out and putting the proper pipe on.
So I'm just going to remove that quickly. While I do that, my dad's just busy with making a bracket for the fuel filter, so he's going to do that. I'm going to remove that and then swap out the two pipes.
So this is the two difference between the two flanges. You can see this one is the one that we had on and it had this extra piece over here, whereas this one doesn't have that, and then this pipe basically just folds in on that piece. So I'm going to put this one in now and then that should be good to go. And there we go. You can see it's much better. There's no bend or anything in the pipe over here, so I'm happy with that. You can see how it fits. Should be no restrictions in the flow of the water, so that's good. And this is the bracket that my dad made. We just got all the piping done for the fuel filter now, everything piped up together, and then this is just the bracket that he made. We might have to cut it off a bit here, just trim it if the air filter doesn't fit. So once we get that, we can just like measure up if the filter fits in here perfectly. Otherwise we can just trim it off, but that is nice and secure. All the pipes are in, fuel, we're ready for that. I've also got this pipe fitted. If you remember, I said that I had the wrong pipe. We've got the right one, got it fitted, and we've got the pipe at the bottom fitted. All we have to do now is going to put some coolant in the bottle. I'm going to put it under pressure and then see if there's any leaks. We've got it under pressure, but it's not holding pressure properly. It's losing very slowly, so I'm just going to take it up and then have a look at where the leak is coming from. Okay, so I picked up two leaks. We have a leak coming from this pipe over here, so I'm just going to double check if it's tightened. And then we also got a leak from this housing that I just fitted now, so I'm just going to take the pipe a bit back and then tighten it more. I managed to sort out the leak over here. That clamps over there was slightly loose, so I just tightened that. And then the leak over here, we removed the housing, put some sealant on, and we also readjusted the O-ring. So this leak is also sorted. And then there was one more leak in the center Walsh plug, but we just gave it a further knock in and that seems to be sorted as well. So we're clear of leaks.
Or at least I think we are clear of all leaks. But while I was doing that, sorting that out, my dad surprised me. He just went to get a couple of bolts and he came back with something else instead.
He finally found an airbox. He managed to find it at a spare shop. He went to get some bolts for this over here and he came across the box that was available. They just got it in So we managed to find that, we scored there. So basically everything is done, all the pipes are in, we've got the fuel filter fitted, all the lines run, and then the box. That's all that we were waiting for last week. So this is the first time I've driven the car in about 4 months. While I'm not actually driving it, my dad's actually towing me. We're on our way to Profit. Seeing that we got everything done, we're gonna take it to Profit, get the exhaust fitted, and then we're going to drop it off at Jody from JVS. So I'll see you guys at Profit. They're gonna sort the exhaust out, and then hopefully after that we can drop it off by Jody.
We just got back from dropping the car off. I didn't film much. We first dropped the car off at Profit, and they connected the branch to the exhaust, so that was done. After that we took a drive to Stikland and we dropped the car off at Jody from JVS. So the car is currently there now. He's going to wire it up for us, and then after that he's going to let us know if everything's all well, and then we can pick it up. He said it's going to take a few days. I don't want to rush, so we want it to be done properly, so we're gonna wait for that. Hopefully we'll get back to us in this week still. So now it's basically just a waiting game. Fingers crossed everything goes well.
2 days later.
So we ran into a bit of an issue. I just got off the phone with Jody. He said he got some good news for me, and he also has some bad news for me. The good news is the car's wired up, car started, there's good oil pressure. And the bad news is there was an oil housing where the bolts was slightly too short, so there was a leak over there. I didn't get all the details from him, but he said there is a noise on the engine. I don't know if it's a bearing knock. I haven't seen it, I haven't heard it. We still have to go out there to go see and assess the damage. Hopefully it's nothing too major. He said it sounds like a bearing rumble. He said it could be due to clearance, so I'm not sure if it's because of the leak. He's going to strip it for us and let us know the damage. I'm really hoping that it's nothing too hectic. Maybe it's just the bearing that could be replaced. So we'll have to wait and see once it gets back to us what the damage is. But I guess this is just part of building a race car. A lot of the times you see cars on Killarney or on the track performing, doing well, but you never really see behind the scenes. And I'll reiterate, I want to be as transparent as I can and show you all the issues that we come across, and this is one of them. We're not pointing fingers at anyone. We don't know where it could have gone wrong, but it's just a stumbling block. We can't cry over spilled milk. It happened, it is what it is. We're gonna have to fix it as soon as we can and get the car running again. And this is also the reason why we don't at RPA do modifications for customers, because there is issues that we can run into like this. So that's why we stay away from that, and we're only doing this for our build personally because of issues like this. We don't want our customers to experience. So we don't know where it's going to go from here. Let's just wait and see. On the positive side though, the car is starting, it's running, we know it's running, oil pressure is fine. Like I said, we can only see once it's been stripped, so we'll have to wait for the assessment, and after that we can get it fixed, up and running again, and hopefully that won't take too long. And on that bombshell, I think we're gonna call it over there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, it really helps the channel. I appreciate all of you guys. Stay tuned, hopefully we'll have another episode next week, depending on the damage. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Just another sunny day.